Storm Track First Forecast, sponsored by Gary County Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Sunny and warm weather earlier today when the winds were blowing in out of the southwest, but now that the winds are relaxing, we're seeing some 40s to our north, 50s and low 60s across eastern Kansas right now, 58 in Topeka, 51 at Manhattan, already down into the upper 40s at KSNT. Big difference as we're starting to see a cold front move into the area. Our winds will turn around to the north and northeast, but stay pretty light tonight. Eastern regions will fall into the middle to upper 40s. Northern and western areas could be into the low to mid 40s. So definitely a cooler start to the day tomorrow with a lot less wind tonight. How much we warm up as the winds turn to the northeast tomorrow? More of that is coming up. Fox 43 News at 9 starts now.
Now at 9, as coronavirus cases climb, local healthcare workers are stepping up to care for the community.
Work a little extra longer hours, come in even for short terms to just support each other so they can take care of their patients.
How they are going above and beyond to keep us safe and preparing for the worst. What plans one local county has in the works if we run out of hospital beds completely. Good evening and thanks for joining us for Fox 43 News at 9. I'm Mackenzie Davis. Well, just like Matt said, the wind has come and it has gone, and of course, it's going to bring some rain, but definitely necessary for the day that we had yesterday, right, Matt? Yeah,
you know, that's the thing. With all that wind we had, it really highlighted how dry it really is, and we had those grass fire issues. So we are still looking for the potential for some rainfall. It's kind of quiet out there tonight. The winds calm across the northern and western counties. Still a light breeze over the southernmost portion of the viewing area, about 13-mile-per-hour winds at Emporia and Burlington. Those areas are holding the low 60s, but where the winds have gone entirely calm, we have mainly 50s, although it is down to 48 at KSNT, 51 at Manhattan and Marysville right now at 50 degrees. Definitely getting cooler. Many areas didn't get down even out of the 60s to the upper 50s this morning. So already getting cooler than it did at any point last night into this morning. And that's because we have the clear sky, but we also have little to no wind now, and that is a big factor in what we're expecting for tonight. Under a mostly clear sky, we'll go to the low temperature about 48 in Topeka, but the northern and western counties, a little bit of drier air could be down in the low to mid 40s. Cooler start to the day tomorrow, but then the winds turn to the northeast. Should keep us a little bit cooler. How much of a cool down for your Friday? Still ahead.
An annual fundraiser raising money for CASA of Shawnee County is now canceled. The court-appointed Special Advocates of Shawnee County, or CASA, has held the Home for the Holidays event for the past 33 years. Now, this is file video you're seeing from last year. Like many other things right now, they had to cancel. The tour was planned for November 21st and the 22nd. The home's already decorated as well. Now, the organization is trying to figure out how they can do this event virtually. New hours coming to bars and restaurants in Shawnee County. Tomorrow, bars and restaurants have to shut down at 9 at night. Fox 43 News reporter Cassie Nichols tells us how restaurant owners are feeling about the change.
Skinny Sports Bar and Grill is just one of the restaurants that will be closing their doors at 9 p.m. Right now, they're open until 2 a.m., and the owner says he actually expected a change sooner. Restaurant owners around town are all saying the same thing. It is what it is. At Skinny's, the owner was hoping health leaders would wait until after Thanksgiving to make the change because it's usually a very busy week, but they know that safety comes first.
You know, everybody's dealing with it around the world, not just Topeka, Kansas, not just Skinny's, so you just got to make the best of it.
Health officials and county commission will take another look at closing times on December 15th. In Topeka, Cassie Nichols, Fox 43 News.
St. Francis Hospital has a little wiggle room when it comes to space for more coronavirus patients, but they say about 75% of their beds are full. The hospital says it has been a challenge staying staffed and healthy. Right now, they have some employees who are out sick or in quarantine. While they have enough personal protective equipment available for staff, the new challenge is having enough staff. The chief nursing officer says they've seen their employees step up to meet the needs of the community.
We have had the most amazing staff that continue to raise their hand to pick up extra shifts, work a little extra longer hours, come in even for short terms to just support each other so they can take care of their patients.
She also says the hospital is talking to emergency preparedness teams to see what their options are for getting extra help. Topeka Stormontvale Health says there are no ICU beds for both coronavirus and non-coronavirus patients available right now. Shawnee County health officials are now preparing for the Stormontvale Event Center to be used as a field hospital. They are calling the process advanced planning, saying it's not happening anytime soon. Now, they are just identifying usable buildings if the coronavirus was to get significantly worse. The building would be used for overflow patients, a county leader explains.
What we look at is if that potential exists, that we would have to do something like that after watching other states and other cities have to go through what they're going through, setting up, extending the auxiliary hospitals, so forth.
Local hospitals are filling up with an increase in coronavirus patients. Stormontvale is building waiting rooms and other spaces to keep overflow patients inside the hospital. The coronavirus is taking a major toll on the nation's economy. Tonight, researchers say Kansas is a long way from economic recovery. The Urban Institute is a nonprofit research organization for the whole country. Experts with the group met virtually with Kansas's Council on Tax Reform today, saying Kansas has one of the highest unemployment rates compared to neighboring states, sitting at 5.9%. While that's down by about half since its peak at 11.9% in April. Researchers say it could be connected to coronavirus case numbers. One of the first steps to economic recovery will be controlling the state's surge in cases.
I think largely as a country as a whole, and part of what, Kansas's governor needs to do, and it's harder to do on the state level if it's not coming from the federal level, is for us to really understand how do we get our caseloads under control and how do we respond to the pandemic.
Researchers also say a second stimulus package from Washington may provide a much-needed boost to the state's economy. Economic experts say the high food sales tax in Kansas is hurting low-income Kansans during the pandemic. Kansas is one of a few states that charges full sales tax on groceries. Some say higher food prices combined with the tax is hurting the poor. The Governor's Tax Reform Council wants to give a rebate for people making the least. A University of Kansas economist explains.
People who have low incomes, and those are the people who've been affected by COVID the most, are actually, paying a higher share of what little income they have just to eat. So, one of the things we discussed in the meeting was to have some sort of targeted relief to low-income households.
The average sales tax in Kansas is 8.68%, the 8th highest in the nation. The pandemic is forcing the Emporia Christmas Parade to be canceled. The Emporia Area Chamber of Commerce called off the parade today. In October, it had been reconfigured to be a reverse parade with people driving by stationary floats. With rising coronavirus numbers, the chamber has decided to cancel it completely. The chamber was concerned people would still congregate and socialize. Veterans Day may be over, but the holiday's founding city is still serving active troops overseas. Emporia Main Street is gathering items to put together care packages for troops. This has become a tradition over the last 5 years. The care packages are filled with items like canned goods, activities, and even toiletries, all of which have been donated by the community. It's something Emporia Main Street looks forward to as they love hearing back from troops.
Whether that's a picture or a postcard or a letter, we make sure and get that on our social media so people who made that donation or were a part of the program can kind of see their kindness in play.
Now you have until December 1st to donate. You can head to our website to find out how you can help. A coronavirus test at home that could be a reality. Up next, more on the FDA approval of a rapid at-home coronavirus testing kit. Plus, a 3-year-old challenging Patrick Mahomes to his favorite game, but it's not football. Coming up, what Mahomes had to say about the Cornhole Challenge.
Heading into the daytime tomorrow, we're looking at temperatures starting off into the upper 40s, but climbing back into the lower 60s with a partly cloudy sky and a northeast breeze tomorrow. Still warm for this time of year, but still well below what it was today. How much longer we hold on to these cooler breezes once they move in, that's coming up.
You're watching Fox 43 News at 9 with Mackenzie Davis, Chief Meteorologist Matt Miller, and Pete Francis with sports.
It likely won't be available for months, but just the idea of a home device that can test for the coronavirus is generating some excitement. Fox News correspondent Kevin Cork reports.
On the heels of authorization of much-needed COVID-19 vaccine, there's even more excitement now following FDA approval of a rapid at-home COVID testing kit.
I would love to take a test at home because I have 2 young kids, so it would just be so much easier.
It's a single-use nasal swab test that gives results within 30 minutes. Developer Lucira says for people who think they may have the coronavirus, the best time to use it is when symptoms are developing. It's a similar issue with existing tests. Try too early and you might get a false negative. Much like the COVID vaccines, which have efficiency percentage rates in the 90s, Lucira's at-home swabs have a 94.1% rate of detecting positive cases and a 98% success rate of detecting negative cases.
The huge advancement here isn't the speed itself, but the ability to have a test that is on par, or at least close to par, as what we consider the gold standard PCR testing, and doing it in a very rapid time.
People are optimistic. This could be a major turning point.
If it's tested and proven safe and effective, I would definitely take it myself and recommend that other people take it.
But there are skeptics.
This is nothing but a push of big pharma once again. No, it's just another way for the government to make money off us.
Lucira's at-home testing kit has been in development for years. It was initially meant to detect the flu, but it was modified to look for COVID-19. As for mass availability, well, that's not expected until early spring and will cost about $50 with a prescription.
Kevin Cork reporting there. Well, the clinical trial for Moderna's coronavirus vaccine is showing promising results. One doctor who's involved in the trial says the results are absolutely incredible. mRNA, or messenger RNA, is a new technology that triggers the immune system to generate antibodies on its own. Moderna and Pfizer are both using it in their clinical trials. As for the Moderna trial, the vaccine has been 94.5% effective nationwide. A superstar in Florida is challenging his favorite football player to his favorite game, but it doesn't involve the pigskin. Reagan Porter from our Kansas City sister station tells us why he's challenging Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes in cornhole, a popular tailgate game Mahomes plays on a State Farm commercial.
A challenge from one superstar to another.
Hey, my homie. My name's Trevor Caballero. I saw the State Farm commercial, and I'm back to one up you.
Trevor Caballero is an ace in the game of cornhole. After seeing Mahomes' moves in the State Farm commercial, Trevor's challenged the MVP to a game, throwing bags, not footballs.
To see Trevor just really excel at it and to really come into his own in a field of adults was just crazy. I just couldn't believe it. The shots he was hitting.
Dad Justin says Trevor started throwing last December. By February, he made history in the American Cornhole League. At the age of 5, Trevor was the youngest player ever to win a sanctioned tournament. He faces competitors in their 30s and 40s.
Let's go.
So why not the Super Bowl MVP?
I'm going to beat him.
He goes, well, when can I play Patrick? And I said, well, that will probably never happen, Trevor. It's going to be pretty difficult to get Patrick to play cornhole. He's a professional football player.
He got this response from Mahomes on Instagram. It only took them a half hour to make this video, wasting no more than 7 minutes on each trick shot.
He's always out there goofing around and doing crazy stuff and stacking bags high.
Trevor and his brother Easton play 2 to 4 hours a day. Easton is only 3 years old and also goes bag for bag with world champions.
Who knows? I mean, maybe we could have a Patrick Mahomes. He could pick up a partner and we'll have Trevor and his 3-year-old brother play against him.
Anywhere. Just name the place, like a good neighbor, I'll be there.
Oh my gosh, the cutest thing ever. Well, 2 Jayhawks are joining NBA teams. Still ahead, Bill Self shares his thoughts on how they will do.
I'm still just amazed that at 5 he can hit the shots. I still can't get that. That game's tough, I think, in my opinion. 63 for your high tomorrow. Partly cloudy, a cool breeze, northeast winds, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Just how much cooler it will be as we head into the weekend. We've got to look at that coming up.
Now, your Storm Track weather with Chief Meteorologist Matt Miller.
Clear sky, cooling down tonight, and then even cooler weather on tap for the daytime tomorrow. We're not going to see 70s like we did today, more in the 60s, maybe even some 50s up north, and then much cooler for the weekend with rain showers possible as we head into Saturday, and more rain, likely a little bit more widespread rain in the early part of next week. It's clear out there, cooling down in Emporia as well as in Manhattan and in Topeka. Clear sky with a temperature of 58 degrees. It's calm. The pressure right at 30 inches of mercury. If you've got one of those home barometers, perfect time to get that calibrated. So it's right at that 30 mark, easiest one to set those. We have temperatures today that made it up to 76. That's 3 degrees shy of a record, 23 degrees above average. It was a little bit warmer than we typically see. As a matter of fact, this morning's temperature of 59 was 6 degrees above average. We're at our current low of 58 in Topeka, 62 at Forbes Field, also at Emporia and Burlington. But to the northwest, where the winds have died down even more, we've got some upper 40s showing up. Clay Center already down to 48 degrees. I have a light 3-mile-per-hour wind in Manhattan. Forbes Field as well as Burlington and Emporia still reporting a light breeze. That's why the temperatures are still in the lower 60s. But eventually we're going to see these winds stay. Obviously the wind gusts are gone. Meant to even take that off. But hey, it's encouraging to look at. It's not even gusting out there. We head into the night early tomorrow morning. We see that northerly wind return at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe up to 15 during the daytime out of the north and northeast. That wind will last for a little bit into Friday afternoon as well. Should even carry over into the weekend. It's going to build in cooler and cooler air. We're watching a system that's way out to the west. It's pretty quiet for right now. This system, which is quickly moving across the Pacific, approaching California, will continue to spread eastward through the day tomorrow. And then by the time we're into late Friday, the front pushing through to the south, that cold front that arrives tonight, that'll allow for the clouds to start to fill in late in the day tomorrow night, and on into Saturday. That cloud cover, the moisture is kind of returning northward. The cloud cover is thickening. Scattered showers develop on Saturday into Saturday afternoon and evening. And then by Saturday night, early Sunday, it's out of here. We actually clear out for a while on Sunday. Then there's a second system that we're going to keep an eye on. That's one that could produce another chance for some showers as we head into Monday. Light rain spreads in, scattered showers Monday. And then as we head into Monday night and Tuesday, a little better chance for some scattered rain. And then it'll finally push away to the east, and we'll clear out of that system as we head in toward Thanksgiving itself. 48 for your low tonight, mostly clear and cool. The winds light and variable. Look for high temperature tomorrow. A little bit cooler than it was today, only topping out at 63. As we look ahead into the weekend, we do have that rain chance. Best chance is going to be central and southern half of the area, but everybody gets a chance for rain. And then we cool down. High of 48 with that rain chance around on Saturday. 51, even though we clear out on Sunday, stays cool. And there's another rain chance coming in Monday and Tuesday. But you look ahead to the Thanksgiving Day, and it's 59 degrees. Well, look who decided to show up.
Look who is here.
Walk
oh my
over
gosh.
here, and she's sitting up here.
Yeah, I'm glad she could come to work. We haven't seen her in a while, and
yeah.
People have been asking, where's she at? So where were you, Lola?
Well, she took an early
holiday. Okay. Yeah, I guess Thanksgiving, dog Thanksgiving was last week.
I was telling her that, I was going to put a little turkey on the graphic, and she heard turkey and just came to work.
Oh.
Like, it's not exactly what I said, but okay.
So that's how we get her here. Okay, yeah. Turkey and pretzels that I have at my desk. Now I know the combination for her to like me.
That's right. Always through her stomach.
Always. Well, thanks for coming, Lola. We love it when you're here. Well, stick with us. We'll be right back for our Sports Minute.
Now, sports with Sports Director Pete Francis.
Udoka Azubuike has come a long way. He's been playing basketball for less than 10 years, and now he's a first-round draft pick, 27th overall by the Utah Jazz, to be precise. With where Doak was projected entering the draft, Bill Self was very pleased.
Doak, I thought, went as high as he possibly could. So happy for him. Happy for the organization he went to. I know that he was, emotional and ecstatic, and then you have the total polar opposite with Devon, but not getting drafted.
And Devon Dotson signed with the Bulls right after the draft. KU senior guard Marcus Garrett is one of 50 players on the preseason Naismith Trophy watch list. The Naismith Trophy goes to the nation's top college basketball player. Last season, Garrett was the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year. And some good news for Chiefs fans. Tackles Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz have been activated off the reserve COVID-19 list. However, Schwartz did not practice today. That's a look at sports. Mackenzie.
We're looking at temperature tonight, dropping back down into the upper 40s, lower 60s for tomorrow, and then upper 40s for the high on Saturday as we cloud up with a few scattered showers moving into the area, which should clear out on Sunday. And then more rain moving in toward early Monday. Could even see that best chance of rain later Monday night into early Tuesday. But notice the temperatures actually moderate next week back up into the upper 50s. That brings us all the way up to Thanksgiving Day with a high in the upper 50s. And overnight lows will be coming up a little bit warmer as well into the middle portion of next week, 30s and low 40s. So no bitterly cold air coming in, but we're returning back to a little bit more of a November feel, especially on Saturday with that rain moving in. Once the rain sets in, you're stuck in the 40s. We may briefly see a spot hit 50 degrees or so if we can hold the rain off long enough. Enjoy tomorrow. After that, it certainly will be a cooler weekend. So got to be that time of year.
Yeah. My most important thing that I want to talk about, what is Lola's favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Pretty much anything that falls to the floor.
Right.
That's her standard. If it falls to the floor, it's hers and she's happy.
So she doesn't get a special plate or anything? I mean, I thought the Storm Track dog would.
We do give her a little bit of the turkey, but I shouldn't tell her that one.
Yeah.
We'll probably give her
get her
turkey.
ears. I love it. Well, thanks for watching. Have a great